And we are live. Am I wearing two things that I made myself? Yes, I am, because it's really, really cold in here. So I'm wearing my crochet cardigan and I'm wearing a little crochet hat. And they are both keeping me very cozy because the leasing office will not turn on the heat. Anyway, hi, I'm Kelsey D. I make comics. And today I'm going to be making some edits to The Legend of Jamie Roberts, Volume 3. Yes, this is a comic that is on Kickstarter right now. You can head to tinyurl.com/TLOJRVOL3 or the link in the description to check out that Kickstarter campaign. Full disclosure, early bird rewards are wrapped up. The early bird rewards had until yesterday to get claimed, but the regular old rewards are still available. So if you wanted to check that out. Okay, so what I'm doing is I made notes of select pages in volume 3 that I need to go back in and make some edits to make them all nice and spiffy for when volume 3 goes to print. So that's what I'm doing today is I'm going to be going through those pages through my list and making some adjustments before I send them off to the printers. Real quick, I'm going to turn on some music. Let's do, I think it was this one. Yeah. We'll have this one going for a little bit. Feel free to just lurk while I work on stuff, but if you want to interact in the comments, go right on ahead. Okay. This one, the adjustment's not going to be too big, but I am going to do a thing real quick. Just to make life easier on my end for the future. Just grouping some layers together. Now, the thing I need to do is connect the speech bubbles. Good, I have the balloon tail active. Okay. Oh, looks like all of these were merged already. Cool. I don't know what me didn't just combine the speech balloons before, but okay, I'm fixing it now. I'm trying to keep it stylistically consistent with future pages, so that's why I'm doing this. Okay. Come on, Clip Studio Paint, I believe in you. Save the file. There we go. Just taking its sweet time. Okay, so this was chapter 9. Volume 3 includes chapters 9 through 12 of The Legend of Jamie Roberts. Okay, there we go. Print 2. So, that page is edited. I'm going to check that off the list. The next one is page 218. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay, chapter 9, page 218. Here it is. Okay, this one, the edit's going to be a little bit more intense, particularly for panel 1. So let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to turn that guide layer off. Now, turn off the lighting effects. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to turn some layers off real quick. I'm going to group these. Because what I need to do is I need to go in and I need to shrink the trio down a little bit because Basho's a big dude. The scale on this particular panel was off, so we're just going to fix that real quick. thinking of the best way to lasso this. I could, why don't I do that? I'll just do a rectangle. Oop. And then I'm going to erase selection. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do this. Okay. So I don't need to adjust those lines or those lines. Or this one, or this one, or these. Don't need to adjust these ones either. Okay. All right, I need to shrink the erase selection button down a little bit more. If this works the way that I intend it to, then this should work. We will find out. I'm going to encapsulate those lines a little bit. Okay. And then this one too. I'm holding down the shift key while using the selection pen and selecting the lines that I want to get. Okay. I'm going to erase selection again, actually, because I forgot that I merged the ink and color layers into the same folder, so I don't have all of these colors. Here we go. Again, I'm really hoping that this works as intended. Okay, so we've got these three. Need to shrink. So I'm gonna scale 8, and then we're just gonna do some of this. It's working as intended. Great. I'm going to need to do a lot of heavy editing here, but this is a start. Okay. Okay, yeah, great. Alrighty, I can ungroup these layers now. Maybe. There we are, ungroup. I'm going to turn the color flat layer off and the white layer back on so that I can ink a little bit better. This is probably the page that's going to have the most intense edits. Most of the pages are more like, oh, this color is missing, or oh, this little detail is missing. But this is like a full-on redraw that I got to do. Maybe not full-on redraw, but I do have to redraw a significant chunk of it. Should probably get the pencil layer up, but actually I think I'm going to do like a separate pencil layer to rough out the changes that we got to make. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm going to actually save this as WIP 2. That way I'm not overwriting the original work in progress file. This is its own thing. Okay. Oh, okay. It flipped out on me for a second, but we're okay. Okay, let's see. Just penciling a rough idea of where stuff is. Okay. This is giving me a better idea of where the corrected lines need to go, at least. So. Okay, that works. So we're going to reduce this to like 50%. Okay. Fix up these cape lights a little bit more. Got it. Okay. Not those lines. This one. I'll tweak this one too. There. It's just going to be easier to erase these. I will definitely need to fix the shading layer, but one thing at a time. This can go. Okay. Okay. I gotta finish the arm over here. Okay. I think that'll do. Yeah. Okay. Turn that pencil layer off, the color flats. Fix that real quick. The shading will likely be a nightmare, but we'll get to that. Okay. Okay. I'll change the track here in a bit. I forgot a line. Hold on. Ooh. There we go. I was about ready to go Vogue. Let's see. The way that I have my window set up, I can't really see the full name of some of these tracks, so I'm just kind of like taking my best guess here. I'm just gonna have this play because this, once I get the color flats done, the next step is gonna be a headache. I might as well have something peppy on to help make up for the fact that it's gonna be a massive pain in the ass to fix it. Ooh, wrong layer. Erase these colors as we use. Okay. Got that, and oh, that's actually the belt for storage here. That is a different color. Don't remember what color I picked for it. Bring up a reference image in the upper corner. Is this Stardew Valley Sands of Arabia? No, it is a Kevin MacLeod track called Paradise Found. Now we're Sebastian's Rave. Yes. The track before this one was Kawaii Kitsune, also by Kevin MacLeod. Okay, I got the belt color. Yes. So these edits are done. And now, those. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. So, okay. I know how I'm going to handle this. First, I'm going to turn that layer off. And I'm going to bring up the original webcomic version of this page to give me an idea of where the shadows sat. This is why I saved 2 versions of this. This was page... Oh, this was in chapter 9. Backwards. Chapter 9, page 218. Okay. My working music typically consists of layered electronic tones and or thunderstorm sounds. Well, I get ya. I'm working with, you know, StreamYard. StreamYard's bass music tracks are fine. But I don't know. I just prefer Kevin MacLeod and Luzon. Okay, got it. Okay. So we got our original shadows here. Okay. Okay, so I need to turn the whites off. Color layer off. Here we go. Okay. Aha! Okay, that fixed most of the background, which is good, which is what I needed. Oh, color flat layer off. There we go. It's actually going to be a little bit easier to read stuff with those turned off. Okay. Okay. Lasso tool. Just gonna erase large swaths here. Okay. I don't need to erase everything, but I do need to erase a good chunk of this. Again, this is going to be the most editing intensive page. Most of the rest of the edits are like, oh, this color is missing. Excuse me. I was wondering what the options are like for streaming soundtrack. Good to know. Yeah, StreamYard comes with a base pack of songs, but I do highly recommend you check out Incompetech.com, which is all of Kevin MacLeod's stuff, because that's all royalty free. There's another resource, and I found out about this from the Cartoonist Co-op, and I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. Let me look. I have it in... I have a note in Obsidian. Let me see. Ah, here we are. Freesound. There's a site called Freesound. I do not know if it's like actually free, because there was one time that I gave a shot at some songs from another website that advertised itself as having royalty music, and it turns out that it was not. So, you know, I cannot vouch for Freesound, but that is an option if you want to give that a shot. Do this one character at a time, working right to left, because that's where the sun falls. Okay. Oop. I wanted the pen tool, not the eraser. There. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And just a little bit of tweaking. Actually, the brush might have been smaller. I'll try a smaller brush. Okay, yeah, it was a smaller brush when I was working on that original page. Now I know. Cool. Again, it's a real good thing that I saved 2 versions of this page, because, like, holy banana pants, this would have been a whole lot harder if I did not. Oh, okay. Other major thing that I gotta fix in this page is I gotta fix the clasps on Thomas and Daniel's capes here so that they match Jamie's. Because the clasp on Jamie's cape here are what's kept throughout the future pages. So that's another thing that I gotta do. I better do that now before I forget. I am liable to forget if I don't do this right now. I need to reduce the size of this brush. There we go. Okay. Oops. I need an eraser. There we go. Oh, that needs to be... Yeah, I'll color source that later, but it needs to be like so. Boom. Okay. I will definitely need to edit the color flat layer again. Get to that. One thing at a time. Again, this is the page that's going to have the biggest amount of redraws. I'll let this do one. I'll let the song do one more loop, and then I'm going to change the track again. Okay. And shirt. Yeah, that works. Cool. Do the color flat layer. Make some fixes. And okay. The button is also a set color, which stays consistent for future pages, so we will address that here. Okay. So the capes are fixed, colors are fixed, shadows need fixed. So back to the shadow layer. Color sample. Thank you, eyedropper tool. All right. So we got this. Hey, as far as progress goes, so far so good. I mean, once we get this page fixed, all of the rest of the pages are going to be a cakewalk compared to this. I'm getting the hardest one out of the way. Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I got that color, that cape color correct. Oof. There you go. As promised, stopping the track. Okay, now. Oh, since we're talking about chill electronic music, I think that. Oh, well, it's jazz, but this works. Okay. Oh, did I fix the color on that? Yes, I did. Okay. There's going to be a lot of turning layers off and on for the next little bit. Just giving you the heads up now. Cool. Okay. 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 So Jamie's shadows are done. Now I gotta do Thomas's. Okay. This gives me a rough idea. Now, could I have included the shadows in my layer grouping earlier? I could have. Didn't know how it would turn out though, so I don't mind redrawing these. I did have my reference, so that's the important part. I'm actually just going to use the wand tool for this next one, just to make this a little easier. It's interesting trying to recreate this to be like, what was going through past me's head when deciding on the angles, etc., etc. Okay. Puzzle solving mode activated. Okay. So far, yeah, it's a good thing I changed the clasps. Okay. So far, so good on this progress here. Actually just gonna tweak the shadows a bit here. Capes! Goodness, okay. Okay. Gotta get them abs highlighted to an extent. I actually don't tend to detail abs very much. The former weightlifter in me is like, I don't need to. That's super unrealistic. I don't lift weights much anymore. Mostly because it kind of requires a gym membership, and that is out of my price range at the moment. So I mean, you don't have to have a gym membership, but it certainly helps, and especially with the size of my apartment. Okay. Okay. I'm going to simplify the shadows on that and just do that. Nope. Okay. It's like, I don't need the whole pocket. I just need part of the pocket. Thank you. Community centers are a good stand-in for an actual gym. I do agree. I don't know how many of those there are in Toledo, so that's something I'll have to investigate. I know there's a YMCA or two, and there's actually a new rebuilt one. But again, just don't have the money to fence a YMCA membership. I looked into it once upon a time, but I just can't fence it. But in general, yes, community centers make for a good, like, substitute to a gym membership. Just kind of depends on the community that you were in. Actually, speaking of community stuff, okay, so I got to build the bridge a little bit here. Community stuff, community centers, libraries. So I was part of a webinar last night amongst people who considered themselves friends of the library, including actual friends of the library groups. So I did not know about this, but Penguin Random House has grants available for rural and low-income libraries, like nationwide. I'm going to have to see about sharing that link somewhere other than Discord. So keep an eye on my website, kelseydcrawford.com, link down in the description. I might just put that under resources or something. Okay. I already have a ton of resources on my website already. Might as well add one more. Ooh, okay. Okay, so Thomas's shadows are done. Now I just gotta fix up Daniel's. And I'm just gonna tweak it like this on the bottom half. Top half is gonna need a bit more work. Okay. Lots and lots of fixes. Boop, there. Oh, speaking of free stuff and library stuff, so there is I hesitate to call it a streaming service. You can stream films with it, but it's called Kinema, KINEMA. Okay, sorry, I had to think on that for a second. It's like cinema, but with a K. So it actually lets you see about doing a streaming event for whatever documentary or film that you want to screen, and does it that way. Did not know this was a service that existed, but it's great that it does. So I will likely be perusing that at some point. Just to see what all's on there. Oh, for my PBS enthusiasts, there is something called PBS Passport. I did not know this was a thing, but it's apparently PBS's streaming service. You're welcome. I am just a repository of accumulated knowledge. And anything I don't know, I'm going to be like, let me find that out. I'd rather be curious than to ask questions. Okay. Okay. Now, to fix, or at least redraw, the shadows on Daniel. Excuse me, I don't know if the microphone picked that up. I will say, as far as ambient music goes, it's pretty chill. Let's see. That works. I'm actually going to make a tweak that was not in the original page. Boom. Okay. I hope everybody's October is going better than mine. I mean, I've had some ups, but lately it just feels like there's been a lot of downs. Folks on Discord know some of the details. And also, my D&D group, one of my D&D groups who watches this, yeah, it's been rough. I'm hoping things get better, but we will see. Like, how do I replicate this line? What was past me thinking? I think I know what past me was thinking for that arm. So I'm gonna adjust this one though. There. Okay. Oh. If I wanted to, not the button I wanted. Okay. If I wanted to zoom out, there we go. That's what I need to do. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, I still need to get this side of the cape. Cool. So that's the torso portion. I will make a tweak. Tweak made. Now for the bottom half. Oh, interesting. I left some of these highlighted. Past me did anyway. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Almost done. Just occurred to me. Which is good. Again, this is going to be the most edit intensive page. The others are not going to be nearly this intense. That necessitate like redrawing a whole panel. Cool. I do want to change one thing. Turn the color layer off. Okay. Doesn't need to be super detailed because this is going to be in print, but the print's going to turn out a lot smaller. It's not going to have all these details to it, but sweet. I think that's it for this page. Let me check my notes. Okay, I fixed the clasps. If possible, either. Yeah, okay, so I did that. Now, I think I'm actually going to ignore the one note that I made. And the reason I'm doing that is because the other note that I made was connect the two speech balloons. I don't think I'm going to do that. Reason for that being, stylistically, on the other comic pages, I don't connect the speech bubbles going from one panel to the next, unless it's like really warranted, and I don't necessarily think it's warranted here. Great, so that page is done. Whew. Just waiting on Clip Studio to finish saving. Cool. Okay, so that was chapter 9, page 218, print 2. Got it. So we can get that reference image out, take that one down, and check that off the list. Oh, this one says super easy one. Chapter 9, page 220. Ahoy, ahoy, Los! Glad to see you popping in. You missed the page with the most intensive edits. All of the rest of these edits are going to be like super duper easy in comparison. Page 220 is next. This one should be a super duper easy fix. As soon as I get the file to load up. It's taking its sweet time. There we go. Okay. Yep. Work with me. There we go. Turn that layer off. Now, light effects, atmosphere effects, shades, panel 1 fire. There are other shading effects in it, like happening here, and like, or were those? Hold on a sec. Dang, this page was heavy on the color effects. Okay. Okay. Here's how I will do this. So I'm going to turn some of these effects back on. Maybe not panel 1 fire, because panel 1 fire not super relevant. But I think shades, atmospheric shades. Yeah. Panel 1 lighting effect is not super relevant to what I need to do. Okay. So we're going to select these. So what I need to do is I need to zoom in and I need to fix Daniel's eyes here. So super easy. Okay. Great. So just need to go into the white layer. Or maybe we could just leave that white layer on. Yeah, we'll just have that layer on. And fixed. Okay. 2 hours later. Yeah, no, this was a relatively easy as far as edits go. But I am still going to rename this particular file. I rename any of the pages that I have to do like visual edits for print purposes. So this one's going to be print 2. Even with the eye just moved a couple of pixels over. There we go. So that edit is done. All right. So that's all the edits I got to do for chapter 9. Now there's 3. There's 3 that I got to do for chapter 10. First one's going to be page 238. Oh, wait, I'm still in the finished comics folder. I need to go into the work in progress folder. Chapter 10, page 238. I'll bring up 239 as well, because they're both the same edit that have to happen. There's a color that's missing and it has to go in. So, super easy. We'll take care of that. Okay. So. Yep, we got our 2 pages. Fantastic. Now, this one's going to be an easy fix. I just need to get the purple. And, oh, I don't remember which alternating pattern this is. Let me bring up a future page and see how I did it. Boop. Okay. Part of the reason these edits are happening is because in chapter 12, I did the coloring a little different on the rugs. So now I have to go back into chapter 10 and fix it. But since it's just a super easy color fix, this should be like less than 5 minutes. Zoom in. A couple of spots. Like, I know that's like only pixels, but I like being pixel perfect. I think I'm going to edit the inks on that, to be honest. Okay. Oh gosh, I have so many layers under the ink folder. So it's not that layer. Okay, that's a different one. It's this one. This layer. Okay. I'm actually going to hand draw the fix on this. That will do. That will do. Okay, color flats. Because this is going to be a gold ray, I got to fix that there. And fix this here. Oh, I think the rug pattern kind of bled up in here a little bit. There we go. It was super subtle, but I noticed the slight color difference and I was like, that should not be there. Slight color difference there. Okay. The things I notice when I have things zoomed in. So many triangles. There we go. Okay. That's the only fix I got to do for this page. So let's turn some layers back on. Boom. Okay, so that's page 238 done. And it's almost 7. Holy dang. It's 7 Eastern. I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm not sure when this song is done with its loop. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Okay. Super quick. Print 2. So this one is tweaked. This one, oh good, the edits for this are not going to be super intensive. Nope. I was trying to zoom out. Okay. Oh, I don't think it shows here, but at one point I was playing around with the idea of giving Norsa freckles. And now I cannot see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I played with the idea of giving Norsa freckles on her arms. I decided not to do that because that sounded like a big pain in the dick to keep track of. So, nope. She is freckleless. Okay. And as soon as it's done saving, and leaving Eclipse Studio, there we go. This was chapter 10. So, print 2. Okay, and that checks those pages off. Okay, the next one is I don't know if you can hear that bass line. Okay, there we go. Had to wait for that track to be done. Okay. Let's try this guy. That's not the one I was thinking of. Sure. Okay, so 239 is done. Page 244 is next. Oh, chapter 10, page 244. This one's another super easy one. Okay, I was waiting for this to load. Alert lines. Be bolder. This is where online stuff kicked in. Yes, I constructed an entire freaking language from this. I mean, there's loan words. Like, Ya'ate is from Navajo, but the rest of this is stuff that I made up. Ya'ate rakun basho. Hakwaka ed ona ed now. Onkanet now. Ejit nemahi hekosh. Hekosh? Like you do. Okay. That's chapter 10. Page 244. And that page is done. Okay. So, chapter 11 has 3 edits, and chapter 12 has 4. So, we're getting there. Music's a bit loud. Here, I will turn it down. There we go. Is that better? I turned it from like a 50 to a 35. How's that sounding? That's still a bit loud. I'll turn it back down again. Zong's a bit loud, to be honest. There we go. Turned it down to a 28. Now, okay, chapter 11, page 252. This one's going to be a super easy one, but we will see how it looks when I make the edit. Okay. 252? Yeah, that was what I said. It's going to take it a second. There. Okay. Because it has some lighting effects, but I turned all those layers off, so I'm turning them back on again. Okay, I saved it on its own layer, so I'm just going to leave that off. I vastly prefer that. With the layer on was the original webcomic publication, but I kind of like it with that layer off, because that reads as more comic rather than bleed over illustration. So. to save that. And that was chapter 11. Again, volume 3 encapsulates chapters 9 through 12. So it's going to incorporate this. Print 2. There. So that edit is done. Note from... Okay. Saving that note for later. Chapter 11, page 256. Okay, a couple of edits on this one. Sword on the wall needs color and raisin rug on the ground. Yeah, those colors. We'll need editing. Let's do the rug first. Yeah, I'm on the color flat layer. The layer I need. Just need to get the color that I want. Oh, a couple of colors missing here. Hold on. Or a couple little dots. Get those fixed now. Inks. Okay, it's this layer. Hey, making great progress, I gotta say. I'm halfway through the list. Okay. Definitely missed a line though. There. Got it. So that's the rug. The sword on the wall was a set color, but I don't remember the color that I chose for it, so I'm gonna pull up this page. Pull that up on the canvas. Okay, need to turn some layers off. There. Wrong layer. Boom. Okay. That's it. Okay. Do not save. Were those the only things for this page? Yes. Let me make sure there's no other little details missing any colors. Cool. Do. Cool. That's it for this page. Oh! Okay. Well, I did an oops. Because I saved 2 versions of this page previously. So here's what I'm going to do. Whip 2. Okay. I'm going to save this version as Whip 2. I'm going to bring up Whip Flats and do what I need to do for that one. Okay. I had saved just this version for color reference for Norsa and Odenon at several points in later chapters. That's why I was like, oh, right. There's multiple versions of this file. So, flats are done. And we got our Whip 2. And now we're going to save that. That was chapter 11. Print 2. Okay. Alrighty. That fixes that. Chapter 11, page 269. 1 second. Okay. So, chapter 11, page 269. Another super easy one. As soon as it loads. Okay. Lower opacity unthoughtable. Perfect. Okay. Another super easy edit. Again, a lot of these edits are so much easier than the one that I did for that one page in chapter 9. So, print 2. Now, page 277. This one's in chapter 12. Okay. What was it? 277? Okay. Doing my weight dance. This one, I know what the edit is. Jamie is missing a tattoo in this panel. So I'm going to fix that real quick. Okay. I do appreciate this page. I will admit, in the original draft of the comic, this page was not in there, but I'm so glad that I added this in. Okay. Again, real easy edits. Okay. And excuse me for doing this, guys, but I am feeling the need to get up. So I'm going to go ahead Get up for a quick break. Putting the mic on mute. BRB. Oh, I'm actually going to change the track. I know it probably started its loop a second ago, but I'm back. Sorry about that. Sometimes nature is just like, hey, you need to get up right now. So have to honor that. Let's change the banner back. Boop. Sorry, excuse me. I had dinner before I started streaming, so. Okay, let's try this track. This was the one I wanted to play earlier. Okay. So, page 277, the edit's done. There's 3 pages left that I got to do edit for. So, page 281. There's a slight dialogue change I got to make here for this one. as well as there's another missing tattoo that I got to draw back in. So take care of that real quick. Boom. Dialogue changed, and final panel. There's an edit that needs to be made. Here we go. Can't believe I forgot this in the original. Felt like only last volume that we were seeing Daniel's butt. For readers of volume 2, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, this color, that needs tweaked. But back to this. I'm going to turn the shadows off. It'll make the color flats easier to do. Boom. That's all of it. That is all of it. Great. Yeah. Okay, 281 is fixed. Okay, chapter 12. Oh, there were actually 2 edits noted on that line. Okay, so it's actually like 4 pages in chapter 12, not 3. We're getting there. Print 2. Okay. Okay, so takes care of that page. Next one's page 287. Here it is. This one has some redrawing, but it's not total redrawing. It's just adding some things. Do need to change the angle of the page, though. Make this a little easier on my wrist and elbows. I do need to bring up a reference image for this. Page 254. I'm glad Past Me made note of that. That's from chapter 11. Boom. Okay. Don't know if I'm going to add the moss on the palace walls, because there's moss on the palace walls. Yeah, I need to add the moss. Okay. Got it. Okay. Make sure I'm not screwing up the angle too much. Cool. Oh, me. Do I need to... No, I don't need to turn the layers off. I just need to recolor some stuff. Nope, wrong layer. There. There's that. Back to this layer. And there's moss on these walls, so I need to, whoops. Okay. Recolor. And okay. Oop. Need that in black, not green. Choo-choo. I'm going to highlight the moss texture a little bit by getting some shadows in there. And that page is fixed. That moss over here, though, is a little too perfectly square. Let's change that up a bit. Better to my eye, even though it's not like perfectly fixed. Okay. Got that, and print 2. Okay, so that's 287. Need to bring up page 289. There's some similar edits that need to happen on that page. .289 is probably my favorite visual gag of Volume 3. Other than a moment that happens in Chapter 10. I'm not spoiling it, but there's a moment in Chapter 10 that makes me laugh every time I look at it. This is another one, though. Okay. Yeah, this one is going to entail a little bit of a redraw. I'm going to turn the shadows off. Into the inks and go. Woof, excuse me. Changing angle of the canvas. This is much better on my wrists and elbows if I do this. Go. Need to erase that ink though. Zoop. Color reference. Okay. Tweak that a little bit. Oh, here. And that's done. Okay. Now the moss. I'm going to be very careful with this. Turn the lettering off for a second and get the wand tool working. Okay. Okay, because I didn't want the green to distract too much, but if it can like help frame the lettering, that would be good. Okay. No, we can turn the wand tool off. Thank you, wand tool. Making life easier, one stroke at a time. I don't think I have to add too much to this. Turn the shadows and the lettering back on. Oh, okay. So there's some that I gotta do. Not a ton, but some. Okay. Not as intense as I thought it would be. Good. Gonna change the track again. There we go. So that was 287 and 289. Page 292. I have a note for page 292, and I hope it makes sense. Yes, it does. Okay. Need to turn some layers off, though. Okay. Oh, including the lettering. Back to the inks. Okay. Merge these layers down, get the color flat so I can color some stuff correctly. Whoops. Yeah, I had a hunch I would need to adjust the shadows as well. I'm actually just about done here. Make the shadows make sense. Boom. Okay. Get some layers back on. Boop. And I think that was the last one. Heck yeah! Print 2. Alrighty, since that was the last edit that I had to do, possibly besides the bonus comic, I will check the bonus comic, but that's the last that I need to do for the main body of the graphic novel. Huzzah! So that's done. Heck yeah. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen here, and I will wrap up this stream. So, what you were just watching was me making edits to The Legend of Jamie Roberts Volume 3 before sending any files off to the printer. It is still on Kickstarter, so if you would like to pre-order a copy of Volume 3, or maybe even get Volumes 1 and 2, check out tinyurl.com/TLOJRVOL3. There's a link also in the description doobly-doo down below. And other announcements, I do have some upcoming appearances. So you can find me on November 1st at DC Zine Fest. I will probably just be milling about in the crowd unless I get off the wait list and I get a table. Odds are pretty high you'll find me in the crowd though. So DC Zine Fest, November 1st. And then November 2nd, I will be at Richmond Indie Comics Expo as a vendor showcasing my stuff. So if you're in Richmond, Virginia, or the DC area, I will see you the weekend of November 1st and 2nd. After that, I have an upcoming appearance on November 15th in Toledo, and then another one in Cleveland on November 30th. I will announce those the closer that we get to those dates. There's also more information on my website, kelseydcrawford.com, linked down in the doobly-doo. So the Kickstarter, you have until November 13th to back that. I know I'm throwing a lot of dates at you. So if you're confused about any of it, kelseydcrawford.com has more info, and the Kickstarter is at tinyurl.com/TLOJRVOL3. Yes, I dabbed. I do not care if I'm cringing, but that's all I've got for now. Do the YouTube stuff, and thank you all so much for watching. You are awesome.